Hello, in this video we're going to have a look at the multi-text writing task that's part of the ISE III reading and writing exam. In the video that was previous to this one, we looked at the long reading task, and this is the next task. It's very similar to the long reading task. The only difference is that in this task you will have to read 4 texts on the same topic. Instead of reading one long text, you have 4 different texts. And what's interesting about this task is that the texts are all about the same topic, but the format of the text is different. So you're always going to find some text that's some kind of visual information, so probably a graph or maybe a map or something like this. On the other hand, you might find a text that's an email or a chat conversation, and another text that might be an article or an advert or something like that. So you'll find different texts about the same topic in different formats, and then you will also have to answer 15 questions. And what we're going to do now is have a look at the different parts of the multi-text reading in a real example. Bear with me. Okay, so as promised, this is the example of multi-text reading task. And you can see it starts with the questions, and in the questions we see that it tells you to read the 5 questions and match the 5 questions, each question to one text. As there are 5 questions and only 4 texts, you can match one text to more than one question. So let's have a look at the questions. The question 16 asks which text tells us which technology innovation is popular nowadays. So one text is going to be about technological innovations. The next is the question 17 that mentions mind-controlling technology. Okay, and other questions that connect the texts to the questions. Then let's have a look at the text. As I explained before, we've got 4 texts: text A, text B, text C, and text D. Okay, so let's see what the different kinds of texts are. This one is a website, the first one, text A, and it's smart abode, delivering smart technology to your home today. So this one seems like an ad, an online ad, or an online website that's going to talk about the advantages of having a smart home. On the other hand, we've got text B, and this is clearly a chat, so it's probably people giving their opinion about a smart home. Then we've got text C, and this one, because of the title and because it's got a subtitle and how the text is divided, seems a lot like an article in a magazine, for example. Could be an article anywhere, or on a newspaper, in a newspaper, anything like that. And the title is Home is Where the Smart Is, so it's a fun title. It's an article probably for the general public. And the last text, text D, I love these texts because I like when there is visual information, because you have the opportunity to translate this visual information into written information. Okay, so in these texts you really have to think, okay, what are they explaining in text? And what information can you infer from this little picture of the house, the inside of the house? How is that connected to the text, and how does it help the reader understand the meaning of the text? So let's see, we've seen the questions 16 to 20 that are very similar to the same questions, the same 5 questions in the long reading. So you need to find out where the information is. And next, we also have questions 21 to 25. Now that you know where the information is, you can find and check all these statements to see if they're true or false, and only choose 5 of these statements to fill in these 5 gaps, because 5 are true, 3 are false. And the last questions, 26 to 30, are just exactly the same as the last questions of the long reading. They give you text, or they give you sentences that are missing some words or some numbers, and you have to find the exact numbers, words in the text and write them in the gaps. So that's it for the multi-text reading. And next we're going to do an exercise. We're going to look into the reading into writing exercise that is connected to this, because you have to use the information from the full text to write your writing. So it's interesting to keep this in mind, because when you're doing this exercise, think, oh, I'm going to use that information afterwards to write another text. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.